Hello, hello, hello. This video is not for everyone, so please, let me turn off the disclaimer. So please watch it at your own discretion. If this video does not make sense for you, go ahead and move on to the next video. This whole video is only for those that will touch them and for those that understand what I'm talking about. Collapse of all markets. We are coming up to a time that I cannot say exactly when. Is it coming this fall, late fall, or early winter? Or might be in the year of 2022. It's going to be a time of cover-up of what's truly happening behind the scenes. At the same time of awakening, and some as know it religiously as a time of rapture. But not the biblical type of rapture that you guys might be thinking of. During the time of all market collapse, not just the three of all market collapse, it will be a setup to convert the world into a new financial world order, under which the dark side will like to control. But the one thing they do not know, that at the same time, the people of the light, or the angels, whatever you guys want to call them, are here at the same time to rebirth and give birth to the new world. You might ask, so will crypto survive? There will be a period of time of transition from the old system to the new system. And this is what I can tell you. The green dollar, the one that you actually have right now in your wallet, it will cease to exist. The red wallet, the red dollar, might come into play for a short period of time. I do not know, or might actually not, or it might actually fail. Crypto, only few will survive during the transition period. And in the new world, there will be no monetary system. I will share actually something that I've seen recently and how the new world will look. I do not know. Is that going to be a year from today, 5 years from today, or 200 years from today? As I shared with my wife, I said it might be as far away as 200 years away. But the world will be amazing. It will go back to be what it used to be hundreds of years ago. So, I hope I answered some of the questions. I do not know, will stock market survive? I do know one thing. In order for the new to take place, the old will have to be brought down. And have you ever seen something being brought down by the angels? It's usually angels allow the darkness to bring it down, and then angels of the light step in and bring the amazing stuff in. The channel I'm going to share with you guys, not everything on the channel. First of all, I do not follow the channel in detail. I only maybe watch total of 10-15 videos of the channel, only those that I'm being led by a heart to listen to. Some of the stuff on the channel I would not put any weight onto it at all, but there is some truth to it, to what you guys are going to hear today. And I'm going to actually play it, but because I do not know what are the rules of a copyright on YouTube, I'll share with you guys the channel, and you guys can actually search it on YouTube. It's called The Truth Can Change Your Life, and the video that I went world will never be the same again. This is the video we're actually going to play. So, as we play, I might actually pause and do some commentaries on the video. But have some patience, because I will read for those of you that do not know yet and have not been introduced to the information. It will be an moment for you. So let's begin.
Multi-layered, gradual.
Sorry, we have not started from the beginning.
Hello, friends. This is called the event. What is the event? The event could possibly be the most important event to occur in humanity's evolution to date, and could possibly occur in our very near future. If you're coming from a biblical perspective, some call this the rapture. The event is a quantum shift in our consciousness that will affect every one of us in profound ways. Currently, every person is or has been going through an ascension process, whether
I'm actually going to pause here and first actually explain what actually happened here about the event and about what she's talking about, the shift. You guys might have heard. If not, type on Google 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional, and 5-dimensional worlds. Our planet actually shifting to the 5th dimensional, so a lot of us as well. Some of us already completed a transformation to the 4th, and some actually started the transformation to the 5th dimensional and actually stopped and said, we want to take more with us, and actually are returning into 4th dimensional to help those that will be staying behind they come with. Those that actually fail to move to the 4th dimensional or have chosen to stay in 3-dimensional, and I will explain in the future videos, will end their life on this planet and move on to another planet of 3rd dimension. Because this planet will no longer stay in 3rd dimension. 3rd dimension is what actually we are experiencing on this planet as slavery. So I hope you guys will understand that part.
whether you're aware of it or not. You're going through it on an individual level, and we're going through it collectively as well. This ascension process is made up of many multi-layered, gradual experiences, all to prepare us for the final event that could soon erupt in a single powerful event that would bring to an end of humanity's long, long history and usher in a new beginning. This event is said to occur every 26,000 years. The event is said to be a sudden galactic pulse, a solar event that will change the frequency that humanity vibrates at. A higher frequency will bring in a broader spectrum of reality, meaning higher insight, wisdom, knowledge, psychic abilities, and incredible awareness. This event will release an extremely blinding light coming from our central sun, which is in our past, has triggered a quantum leap into our spiritual evolution every time it has occurred. The solar pulse event will start the process of transforming matter, energy, consciousness, and biological life as we know it. I believe right after this event occurs, there will be much of humanity confused and fearful of trying to understand what had just happened.
And this is actually the area which will actually split people on 2 sides. One side will be freaking out and will not understand and will go crazy what has happened and why everything collapsed around them and why the world is going upside down. While the other side will actually understand while they'll be in the fourth and fifth dimension and will try to extend a final hand to those in third dimension and try to help them bring them into light, hoping those will take the final step into the fourth dimension so they can be brought into the fifth. Like I said in the beginning, this world is going through the change. And in order for the new to begin, the old have to be brought down. That's why all financial system will come down. During the transition, like I mentioned, things might still exist. Gold and possibly crypto, with or without, might actually exist in a short period of time. But then there will be no monetary system. Let's continue.
I believe this is when the benevolent forces will take over all communication in global airwaves and begin the release of disclosure to the human population. They will release information of our secret space programs, the cabal's inhumane crimes against humanity, etc. I also believe there will be videos of testimony that will be shown to the human population on just how we have been controlled through Satan's agenda. Will this be the time for those mass arrests? Is this what we're currently being prepared for? These arrests will occur for those in the United States Congress on both sides. We will be assured that these criminals will never be in positions of power again. I believe the executive, judicial, and military will be in total charge. If you've been paying attention, you can see the moves our current administration has been making for this to occur. In the meantime, when this is taking place, there will be another monumental transformation involving the global currency reset. Some call it Gesara Nisara.
This is the part that I actually been talking about of um, the global world or the new world orders trying to bring in a new system, and they are preparing the old system to fail. But at the same time, the angels of the light are actually bringing in their own system.
There are people that believe this monetary reset is of the New World Order, and yes, that they also want a reset that brings in a socialistic agenda, which ultimately means more oppression, control, and tyranny. Remember, we're seeing a conflict between the satanic dark agenda and a light-based liberation agenda. The light-based agenda wants a reset that brings a sustainable governance that will benefit every human being on the planet towards freedom and liberation. Our total global economy will be brought back to the gold standard instead of the fictional fiat system that only benefits the dark. Suppressed technologies will be implemented. Free energy technologies will be gradually released to the public. Many suppressed technologies from the cabal's secret space programs will also be released to the public. The natural abundance of the planet will be distributed to everybody, and our ecosystem will be restored. Also, in time, as Earth recalibrates itself,
I want to actually go back to the topic of technologies. Some of the technologies are so amazing that it's even hard to believe by a human mind what's actually have been available to human but actually been hidden from us.
to its original created frequency, all healing will begin physically and psychologically. humanity's aging process will slow down incredibly. The removal of these archons in those higher dimensional planes that are currently playing out will dissolve any relationship they have in this transformation. War will be a thing of the past. In my opinion, some will make the transformation to the 5D experience, and many will remain on their ascension path and continue their experience in the 3D matter world. Many will experience their clairs being activated, such as telepathy and clairvoyance. Many believe first contact will happen soon. We are told this will happen when enough humans are comfortable with the fact of extraterrestrial existence and acknowledge their role in our history. These benevolent galactic civilizations that have assisted us throughout our entire existence, who are front and center, behind the scenes, with the current situation going on, will reveal themselves in an event named First Contact. Eventually, the human race will be accepted into the Galactic Federation. This is the plan. Again, everyone will not make this shift. And as you can see, not only in the United States, but around the globe, many just are not ready. Many are still stuck in the old structure and are fighting like hell to stay there. Change is incredibly hard for many, like the saying goes. Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. Any species that remains stagnant no longer continues to exist. These higher frequencies are being accepted by many and will have an easier time, for everyone who resists will pay the piper. Upon death, those who resist this monumental frequency activation will continue their soul evolution on a planet in which they resonate. No one gets a free pass down here because what's happening is just too important. This is just...
As you guys just heard, as she's mentioning that those that actually wanted to stay in the third dimension will have to pass and actually be reborn onto another planet in that frequency of third dimension.
just the beginning of a higher vibrational existence. This is the beginning of a healed planet, physically, psychologically, and spiritually. The event will be that boost that will usher in a broader reality, and we're now being prepped for it. The Light Alliance is in control and watching and waiting with excitement and optimism to see how the human race will pull this off. So many ask and are wondering, when will this event happen? I believe there are many factors, and a huge one is Earth's astrological alignment. Also, the readiness of the new systems to be put in place, and the deep and true transformation of humanity's rule. I also believe before the event can truly be operational, the light forces need to be in control. The archonic network needs to be completely eliminated. It's also necessary that the energetic grid circling the planet that keeps us in quarantine be completely dismantled. Liberation will come to humanity via the fall of the archons who exist on the inner planes, who have controlled humanity for eons through the karmic process, implants, and AI technologies that have been impeding humanity's spiritual evolution. The event will happen. It is written in the stars, many ancient texts, and in biblical scripture, because everything that's happening today has happened before, and it all connects off-world. Thank Thanks for watching.
So, as you guys have heard, changes are coming, and changes will start going into effect with the collapse of all markets. As markets are being prepared for the collapse by the side of the dark to convert into a new world order financial system, uh, that is when actually the angels of the light will come in and change the world, as they are already working and have already completed a lot of work for this change to happen. So I recommend you guys to watch this video over again. And I don't know how often I'll be posting videos on this topic, but I would love to help every single one of you to understand the change. And when it comes, you wouldn't be running around and panicking and go crazy because everything falling apart around you. But you would actually say, I heard about this, and I know what's coming after this. I cannot change how long the process of change will exist. But I tell you one thing, when it's all over and we are all in the fifth dimension, the world there, it's going to be amazing. And one day I'll share that world. I had an opportunity actually to see it recently. Blessings to all.